Wait a second. This isn't Wolfenstein! Ah, the Suicide Squad game. No, not that one. The one from the movie. No, not that movie. That movie, yes. Everyone has completely forgotten about this game. Except for me. I had reached a point where I was tired of Wolfenstein. I had lost motivation to work on any more videos. Until I was watching a video and someone mentioned the original 2016 Suicide Squad movie. And I was like, wasn't there a terrible tie-in mobile game I played on my personal Chromebook? So I started digging, and of course all I could find was the newer Kill the Justice League game. But that wasn't what I was looking for, obviously. Until I stumbled upon a Reddit post looking for the exact game I was. And that's when I read the top comment. Suicide Squad Special Ops? I downloaded it and immediately was hit with a wave of nostalgia. And that's when the greatest idea hit me. I need to make a video on this. And so here we are. Now, without further ado, let's begin. After the helicopter crash, we are introduced to the game with a tutorial while playing as Deadshot. We also get a little story, but don't get too excited. This is a mobile game wave shooter. There is no story, and I will be skipping most of the text boxes after this one. We followed the helicopter crash from here. Everybody back on their feet? The last known location of the missing recon team is up ahead. Stick together, or I'll make sure to activate the explosive implants. Is that your idea of a motivational speech? Classy. Let's go, boys! Okay, no more of that. Walking over to the marker, we find the dead recon team and learn shooting. The sensitivity is so wonky, but this was originally a mobile game, so whatever. When we run out of ammo, we can switch to Deadshot's wrist-mounted guns. They have infinite ammo, but the accuracy sucks, so we want to try to stay on top of getting ammo through these ammo crates. We then are shown Deadshot's special ability that we charge by getting headshots called direct hits. His special ability is a marksman mode where we zoom in and time slows with this like red ring that I think is supposed to simulate Deadshot's like eye thing he wears. Every headshot in this mode also builds up the meter, so with enough enemies you can keep this mode going for a while. Wave 1 starts after this, and we begin being attacked by these rock zombie things. I don't know, I didn't rewatch the movie before this. We make quick work of them. And after each wave, we get to choose which character we want to switch to. For the sake of the video, I'm just going to stick with one character for each run. In wave 2, we are introduced to the second enemy type, the long-range enemies. They're basically the same rock zombies, but they just have guns now. When Deadshot reloads, he doesn't even take the mag out, he just moves his hands. Completing this wave, the doors to the station hall open, giving us more room of the map. We also get a notification letting us know there is a supply drop located in Station Hall. Heading over there, we encounter an ambush that starts wave 3. Here we are introduced to the third enemy type. They are these bigger rock guys that wield giant weapons that deal way extra damage. They also run really fast after you, so you gotta watch out for them. After dealing with them, the supply drop opens, and we get a choice between two upgrades. For this one, I can choose to replenish armor or increase the chance of health pickups. Health pickups are these red orbs enemies drop when they die sometimes. I probably should have gone with more health pickups, but I was curious as to what the armor was. I thought maybe it was like a Halo health upgrade where your shield recharges after a little bit, but no, it's just a one-time use thing. Wave 4 goes about the same as we defend the station hall. However, at the end, a new enemy jumps over the railing. He's a giant chunky guy wielding a minigun. He is our fourth enemy type. He goes down pretty quick. His death opens up the doors to the subway, the next part of the map, my least favorite part of the map. It's very cramped, and trying to keep your distance like you're supposed to with Deadshot is borderline impossible here. So I try to stay away far from here. Which makes it even more difficult is that you have 2 other teammates, but the enemies run right past them to go to you. It feels like the AI teammates do basically nothing, especially Diablo. I swear he does jack shit. I catch him shooting at nothing half the time. The next supply drop, I could choose between health pickups and reload time. Reload time isn't a big deal with Deadshot, so I went with more health pickups. With the completion of wave 6, the doors open to the next section of the map, the streets. Here we are introduced to the final enemy type, these giant firefighter guys holding these fuel tanks. I hate these guys. Their attack is running up to you and slamming the tank down, causing a massive explosion, which melts your health. And of course the direct hit spot isn't their face, it's the tank, which explodes once you shoot it. Which is cool when there's 1, maybe 2 of them, and you can take out other enemies with the explosion. However, 90% of the time, there's no way to get away from them, and they just obliterate you. This game would be a cakewalk without these guys. They are the bane of my existence here. Anyways, after the wave finishes, we get access to the supply drop, where I pick reload speed because the other choice was armor, which feels useless to me. We then get access to the alleys, making the entire map one big loop, finishing off all of the content the game has to offer. From this point on, it's just an endless wave shooter, so I'll just quickly summarize how the rest of the game went. But first, I should probably go over Deadshot's character menu. I probably could have done this at the beginning, but I wanted to go through step by step how it worked as it went on. For the future, I'll show the other character menus right at the start. Deadshot. He is armed with an assault rifle and wrist-mounted gun. His special move is marksman mode, which you build up by getting direct hits, or headshots. His bio is a career mafia hitman, and possibly the best marksman in the world, stone cold and trusting no one. Deadshot's job is to stay in the back and pick off enemies, while Harley and Diablo do most of the damage and take most of the heat. Or at least, that's how it should be. In reality, like I said, all of the enemies just run straight to you, making this pointless. To be honest, this game would actually work pretty well as a co-op shooter. All of the characters would work pretty well together if they were all played by real people. They play somewhat differently, and I think it could be fun. Which is kind of funny, because the actual co-op Suicide Squad game is not the greatest, and each character doesn't really feel unique to me. My main focus for upgrades with Deadshot was a bigger ammo pool and health pickups. As the waves go on, I believe the enemies get stronger, but they also increase in amount. Towards the end, I was fighting multiple minigun guys and explosive guys all at the same time. I made it all the way to round 22 when a group of large melee guys ran at Mach 10 towards me and fucked my shit up, ending my run. Since there is no end to this game, I'll just play until I die with each character. Which brings us to our next run with the second character. Harley Quinn. Her weapons are a baseball bat and magnum revolver. Her special move is a frenzy mode that activates after comboing multiple hits. Her bio reads, a beautiful young psychiatrist who treats criminally insane patients until the Joker turns the tables on her, as crazy as she is desirable. Also, something interesting to note, I thought this whole time that the model was bugged and that her legs were popping through her shoes, but no, that's just how they look. Weird. Anyways, let's begin. Starting as her, we can skip the tutorial and get straight into wave 1. I won't go into the same amount of detail as I did previously, as I don't want to repeat myself, so this should be quicker. During the first few waves, I quickly discovered the revolver is terrible for building up combo. The accuracy is atrocious, and the fire rate is slow. So I mostly just stick with the bat. The bat can hit multiple enemies in an arc, so you can build up a combo getting your frenzy pretty easily when you're in a crowd. Her frenzy is a mode where she auto leaps into enemies and hits them, dealing extra damage. And each consecutive hit charges up her frenzy more, allowing you to string kills across the area. She is at her best when she's in the thick of it, fighting close range with groups of enemies. The main focus I had for upgrades was damage and health pickups. And frenzy can kill groups of enemies very rapidly, ending waves super fast. And when you have an increased chance of health pickups dropping, you can heal pretty quickly after taking out multiple enemies. Harley is probably the strongest out of the three, and is possibly the most fun to play. Her biggest weakness is probably ranged enemies. Due to her melee focus, running up to ranged enemies gives them a good amount of time to deal damage. But with the health pickup upgrades, this can be managed. However, there is one enemy that really gives her trouble, and it's the enemy that gives every character trouble. That damn explosive guy. Trying to melee him is a death sentence, and he'll just blow up and kill you. The solution is shooting from afar with your gun. They can take enough hits for it to fill up your combo, but trying to line up multiple shots in quick succession when there are other enemies charging you is tough. Nevertheless, I was able to be pretty successful with her, going all the way to round 25, when my frenzy ran out at a bad time in front of an explosive guy, and he brought me all the way down to 1 hit. And soon after, more of them were coming after me, so I backed up, trying to line up a shot when a regular enemy one-tapped me, ending my run. Overall, Harley is probably my favorite. She is the most powerful out of the three and is the most fun. Chaining hits between enemies is great fun, and stun locking 2 large enemies at the same time is awesome. Even though I've covered my favorite and strongest character of the three, doesn't mean we're finished yet. We still have one last character, and unfortunately, my least favorite.
All right, let's do this one last time.
El Diablo. Weapon is pyrokinesis. Special move is supernova. After shooting fire at enemies for long enough, unleash a giant wave of fire. His bio reads, a one-time gang member who can create and manipulate fire to do his bidding. Haunted by the misdeeds of his past. Let's begin. Okay, so Diablo is your crowd control. He has only one weapon, his stream of fire that has unlimited ammo. However, you do have to reload after a certain amount. The fire goes through enemies, and the more enemies you hit, the more your meter goes up, allowing you to let off a huge wave of fire that clears the room. This wave of fire also reloads your weapon. His biggest drawback is damage. It can take a lot to take down just a single enemy. With all of this in mind, my upgrade strategy was damage and ammo capacity. Once you get your ammo capacity up in the later rounds, you can shoot at enemies continuously and then let out a giant explosion that recharges your fire, allowing you to continue shooting. This loop is all the character is, which can be fun, but I mostly found it boring. I also believe he is the weakest. Playing Diablo is just staring at your hands while shooting fire, hoping you are killing everything. If there was co-op like I proposed, Diablo would be great. You would soften enemies up while the other two take them out, but when you're basically playing solo, you do way less damage. Ultimately, I made the least progress with him, making it only to wave 20 when 2 explosive guys snuck up on me and killed me. And that concludes Suicide Squad Special Ops. This game has a weird, special niche in my heart. Trying to find information on it was borderline impossible. Apparently there was a VR version. I feel like I remember playing it on one of those shitty phone VRs, but I was not trying to mess with that. This game gave me the motivation to make videos again, so hopefully you'll be seeing more come out soon. I think from now on I'll switch up on the game series for a little if I'm getting tired of the one I'm working on. Going from game to game in a series can get boring. The next video should be Wolfenstein though. Let me know how my audio sounds. I've been messing around with settings, acoustics, distance from the mic, etc. Also let me know about the video quality. I've been changing around my OBS settings and editing software resolution. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the future videos, I guess. I can never figure out how to end these things.